I'm going to try to get my dad to take me fishing today. While I still can. But how's everybody doing this morning? Figured I'd make a live stream while I'm not busy, because I got to get wood later, obviously. But we got the coffee on, so if y'all have any questions, just y'all can ask me. Y'all can ask me any questions y'all might have for me. Also, I'm going to grab something. I'll be right back. Got some fishing baits here from a subscriber. Absolutely appreciate these baits, guys. If you all have any baits that you all want to send me, you all can feel free to do so. I appreciate every bait that my subscribers send me. I've never heard of the Castaic company. Really, really good baits, though. Ooh, here's a spinnerbait with a plastic front blade. That's cool. Never seen one of them before. That's really, really cool. But how is everybody this beautiful morning? Looks like we're gonna get some rain, but very pretty spinnerbait subscriber sent me. Really, really appreciate it, guys. Really appreciate the baits. We have a, let's see. Take your shirt off. Hell no. Hell no. Everybody gets on to me to keep it on, so I'm gonna keep it on. Yo, I'm taking, bro. I got a whole ass girl, bro. What the hell? Nah. Nah, bro. Nah, bro. Nah, fam. No. We're not gonna deal with that. What's up, Black's MC? So, a subscriber sent me some baits. I really appreciate it. I've never heard of the Castaic bait company. Never heard of them before. Really, they make some really, I haven't even took them out of the pack yet. So, I think we're going to do that now. Ooh, that's a really quality bait right there. Real quality bait. Why does that look like a decal? It is a decal. That's cool. That is really cool. That's a sticker. That's cool. I like that. If I sub, can you shout me out? Of course. But Castaic, that's a really quality bait, guys. Hard plastic. Got a rattle in it. You're from Puerto Rico. That's cool. Dang. That's cool. See, I'm not judging. I don't care, you know, where you're from or I subbed. Thank you. Donald, dude, I'm not doing a 360 for you, bro. If you're going to be weird like that, just hop off my live, dude. I don't do that stupid stuff, man. That's retarded. Take a hint, bro. I have a girlfriend. Like, no, I'm not doing that. Not for you or anybody else. No, it's not happening. The original.
You live?
Yeah, well,
God.
give me something to do besides getting to go with you all. That crap's gonna stop.
Who sent you them?
That's somebody on here. I'm from Russia. Hi.
I'm from Russia.
Merusha. That's not being racist in any way. I used to have one of those right there.
You need to find out who sent you them.
I know who sent me them.
Who?
His name's Robert Downs.
From?
Georgia.
Why the hell did he send you them?
Mm.
Did he like you?
Yeah. Do you like to fish? Hell yeah.
Do you like to suck dick? Hell no.
No. Dude, that...
Yeah, dude.
Dude, go the fuck away.
Who?
This Donald guy. He's being a fucking creep, bro. It's alright. Mr. Donald got reported. Now you can get the hell off my life, bro. I don't go for that shit. I got a girlfriend. I'm getting ready to get married or remarried. Just, if you got any comments like that, guys, just keep them to yourself. I'm not here for that. I'm not here for that crap. I'm not taking my shirt off, dude. You're starting to aggravate me now. Do you know why Kentuckians like Halloween? They get too pumped. Oh, no, bro. That ain't right. Ween, ween. No, I think that's for Alabama, bro. But I don't pump my kid. I got a whole ass girlfriend, bro. Ooh, coffee water's done. Good deal. Well, good. He left. He better not be back either, or I'll report him again. I don't go for that stupid stuff. That's retarded. Oh well. That is plumb stupid. Set you all back up over here. Bro. Cool, that's your prerogative. I'm glad at least somebody thinks I look good. Can you have a house tour? Well, I would, but it wouldn't take me but 30 seconds. We'll make me some coffee for this morning. I ain't had none in a while, so. My house ain't very big. I plan on buying my own though. Your hat is cool. Thank you. I've always been a fan of Jeff Gordon. Jeff Gordon, Dale Earnhardt Sr. and Jr. and I think Carl Edwards was 99, I'm pretty sure. Or yeah, I think 90. So is Kentucky Midwest or South? Well, it's actually Northeastern. We're in between Tennessee and, well, it's more Eastern. Yeah, I like Carl Edwards. He was 99. I liked him. I remember when NASCAR was actually NASCAR. Like, not all this crap they got now. Like, I don't remember Dale Earnhardt Sr. because, what's up, man, you? Michigan Wolverines. Well, do you stream for fun or for famous? Well, I mean, I stream for fun because, it gives me something to do. But yeah, Michael Wentz, NASCAR blows now. Like, I haven't watched it since, I don't think I've watched it since Jeff Gordon left. Minnesota Wilds. Is that like football? Because if we're talking football, I'm all for the Tennessee Titans. I'm sorry. I love the Tennessee Titans. Detroit Red Wings. I'm for the Tennessee Titans. I'm sorry. Oh, that's hockey. Well, I don't really watch hockey, so I don't watch any sports really. I did while I was locked up, but that's the only time I ever really watched sports because I didn't really have a choice. Carl Edwards quit, and then I quit watching. Right. Well, I didn't really quit until like Jeff Gordon and Dale Jr., all the good ones. I didn't quit watching until they quit. Carl Edwards was really good. But I think my all-time favorite classic driver would be Richard Petty when he drove the 43, I want to call it a Dodge Daytona because that's actually what it is, but it's like a Plymouth Superbird or something like that. Football, I want to say the Vikings got a decent team this year, but then again, they always blow it, right? But yeah, if we're talking classic NASCAR, I'm going for Richard Petty. And his 43, I think it's a Plymouth Superbird, I want to say, or a Plymouth Super Bee or something like that. It's literally just a Dodge Daytona. That's all it is. It has the Daytona wing and everything, but a no scoop on it. That's it. There's no other difference. No other difference. Huh? Where the hell are you?
Oh, you went with them.
I don't know where you're at. I can't see you.
You don't need to see me to talk to me.
Oh, you're like a shadow in the doorway. It's scaring the shit out of me. No, I couldn't go. Mom went.
You could have sat in the trunk.
I'm good. Come in here, join me, get some coffee.
No.
Why? What's wrong with you? Huh? I'm the only one. Oh, man, that sucks. Yeah, get back in bed. Sorry, guys, that's my girlfriend. Hell no, I ain't sitting in the trunk. I get car sick. Guys, if you all want to send me some baits, I have my P.O. box in my channel description. You all can send me some baits, and I will review them on camera, tell you all what I think about them. Robert Downs, I know you're not in here, but you probably watch this. I really appreciate you sending me these baits. 144 Cambridge. I'm gonna send him a letter, guys. Let him know what I think about him. He paid $8 to get these sent out. But I think I gotta go. Bye. Well, Black's MC, I will definitely give you a shout out once this live is over. I appreciate y'all stopping in. I appreciate you checking me out. New, thank you though, of course. There's also going to be a new gaming video coming up today. Considering I don't have anything to do. Why are you smoking? Because I've smoked since I was like 14. That's been 8 years ago. And it's hard to quit. What are we talking about in here? Well, I mean, hunting or fishing or games, whatever you want to talk about, really. One four, huh? 24. It's Jeff Gordon. Yeah, 14. Yeah, 14. I smoked since I was 14. I started out with Swisher Sweet cigars, and then my sister got me started on Marlboro Blacks. I've smoked for 8 years now. No, this is a cigarette, buddy. I ain't smoked weed in like 5 years. I can't smoke weed. I'm on parole right now. I'm on parole until December, and then I'm off. I grew up in Ashland, Kentucky. You sound like he's from Ashland. No, I'm from Menifee County. I'm about, I'm about an hour and a half away from, about an hour and a half away from Ashland. What kind of case did they give you? I got a strangulation second because my cousin set my truck on fire and almost killed him. You play Dungeons and Dragons. No, I play Off-Road Outlaws and other stuff. I plan on getting a PlayStation 4 so I can upload Minecraft and stuff. Dude, if you come to Kentucky, come see me. We'll make a video together, bro. Come see me. We'll make a video together. I got a good spot up here that's loaded with largemouth. Hell yeah, I like meeting my subscribers. You know, I know I don't have very many, but when I get to meet you all, it's just amazing to me. See, I'll give you a little story when I was growing up, back to Lexington. Bro, I'm about an hour and 15 minutes from Lexington, bro. How long you been a YouTuber? Well, I used to have a channel about 8 years ago, right about the time I started smoking, and I lost it. I uploaded, GTA 5, and it was just video games. I didn't know nothing about, Joe, I'm in Kentucky. Yo, where you at, bro? Let me know. We'll make a video together. I'm trying to find somebody with a boat, because all I have is a kayak, bro. Dang, I've been 2 years. Dang, bro. I used to have a channel 8 years ago, and I lost it. And then I had one like a year or two ago when I lost it because I forgot my login info. Northern Kentucky. Ooh. I'm over around, Paintsville and all that stuff. I'm near Prestonsburg. They call my state Florida Man. That's cool. 30 minutes of Cincinnati. Yo, I've been to Cincinnati. I want to go fish the Ohio River one time. I've always wanted to, but I never could get up there. If I fish the Kentucky River, I'm going to Ashland to fish. But, guys, the reason I like meeting my subscribers is growing up, I didn't have very many friends. I got bullied all the time, and, I was always the odd kid out. Nobody ever really wanted anything to do with me. Fortnite. Dude, I love Fortnite. But growing up, I was always the rebel kid in school. I didn't give a damn about anybody or what anybody said. I went against the system. And somehow I graduated. I don't know why they let me come back and graduate, but I did. But I went against everybody and everything in that school. I was hell on wheels. I mean, they couldn't keep up with me. I almost went to jail because of fighting, because the principal wouldn't do anything about the bullies. So I did it myself. If somebody's bullying you, don't sit there and take it and knock their damn head off. I did. I mean, beat the hell out of them. Make them learn, man. Don't be scared. I let them pick on me for years, and finally I got tired of it. I am. You're moving back to Lexington. Cuts. Okay. Still watching on So You Know. Yeah, I know. Cool kid Logan. Yo, when I get a PS4, we'll play Fortnite together. I might be a little rusty because I haven't played in a while, but I'm going to play things like Fortnite, Minecraft, Farming Simulator, Fishing Planet, stuff like that. Just, you know. I love Farming Simulator. That's one of my favorite games. Farming Simulator and Minecraft are two of my favorite games. Yo, I like playing Minecraft because every time I listen to the old soundtracks from Minecraft, I almost cry, bro, because Minecraft was my childhood. And I keep thinking to myself, what if one day it all just disappears? Like Minecraft just goes away. Right? Like the old Sweden song from Minecraft, all the old songs I love. I grew up on Minecraft, and Minecraft was my lifeline. And I grew up playing all the old Cabela's hunting games and stuff. It's sad they don't make them anymore, but and for those of you who remember, I played Sly Cooper and Crash Bandicoot, all that old stuff. I loved it. Video games was my childhood. I get another PS4, I'm going to start getting a lot of games. Yeah, it's definitely nostalgia. I want another PS4, but I just can't. I just can't afford it right now. And that sucks. I love Minecraft and all them old games. I love GTA 5 especially. But for now, all we got is the games on my phone. What chapter and season have you left off? Because now in Fortnite we're about ending chapter 6, season 4. Uh, I don't remember exactly what chapter I left off on. The last time I played it is when the Juice World skin first came out. That's the last time I played it. No, I take that back. That's when Ice Spice first come out. I don't remember what chapter that was, but chapter 2. Yeah, that's the last time I played it was when Ice Spice came out. Of course, I played it a little bit with my brother while he was here, but I thought about getting a PS5, but they're just too expensive. Well, first I got to get my own house, and I got to get a TV and a PS4 and internet. We about to be in chapter 7. Yeah, I know, it's been a while. It's been a long time since I've played any video games, but whenever we, you know, what I'm gonna do probably is I'm gonna do like some of these other YouTubers. I've seen them. They'll set like a mirror up in front of like their phone and stuff to reflect off the TV. Because if I do, you know, if I do like say live streams on my PlayStation, I'll have to get a camera, and I don't want to do that because a PlayStation camera is like $50, and I don't have that. So I'll just live stream off my phone, and you know, just set a mirror up. That way it reflects the TV, so you all can see it too. But for Farming Simulator, yo, I used to make the longest road trains I could get. You know, hook up several grain cars at a time, bro, and just pull them all. Like, I had the semi with the 70-foot trailer, grain trailer, and I used to pull like four of them at a time. That was Farming Simulator 19. I think the last one I played was 19, I'm pretty sure. I know 2025 is out now. And then 18 Wheels of Steel American Long Haul. I love that game. My brother-in-law showed it to me several years ago, and I loved it. I love it. I do. Like I said, video games was my lifeline growing up. You know what Roblox is? Yeah. I used to play Roblox all the time, but there's so many creeps and pedos on there now, like, I don't want to play it. Because, like, I see somebody getting, like, predatorized, I'm going to go off. Free Schlep, bro. Like, Schlep was actually going for the pedos. Brain rot has taken over it. I watch, well, I don't really watch him. I'm subscribed to Steak, if you all know who that is. I think he's the creator of Brain Rot. I'm not sure, but it's retarded. The only map I ever played on Roblox was Greenville, Wisconsin, because it has my very first truck, and it has several of the old cars that I've owned in real life. And I like going on there and being able to relive my very first truck. Greenville has the round body F-150s. It has the Ford Explorer. I think it's a 96 to 2000 or 97 to 2000. It has a 97 to 03 or 97 to 2000 Ford Expedition, the round body Expedition. I've owned all three of those in real life. I've owned Pontiac Grand Ams, Pontiac Bonnevilles, Chevy Cavaliers, Malibus, and I owned a 88 F-150 at one time. Man, I miss that truck so much. Loved it. I think the next truck I'm going to get is probably another OBS Ford because I love those older trucks. What do you wish what car you could have? If I could have any car back, it would be my very first truck because I give that truck absolute hell and it took it. The only reason I sold it is because I couldn't get gas from the gas tank to the motor. And I changed the fuel pump, I changed the relays, I changed the filter, I changed all the fuel line, and I don't know, I just couldn't get it to work. From what my brother told me, he popped the fuse in it and it started getting fuel to it and it started. But I want another round body F-150 like I had. Now, my favorite truck was my '02 F-150. It was a 5-speed manual shift, or some people call it a standard. I love manual trucks. I do. If I ever get another manual truck, how much siblings do you have? Well, I have, let's see. I have 4 half-sisters and 2 full-blood brothers. One of my sisters is dead. Sadly, she died from cancer, I think, if I'm not mistaken. I'm pretty sure she died from cancer. But cancer runs in my family. You know, my aunt had it, my mom's sister had it. My brother, let's see. My family has a lot of issues, you know. The hesitation got me laughing, but RIP for your sister. No, I was trying to count how many siblings I got because, you know, I don't keep up with them all. But my uncle died in 2008 from cirrhosis of the liver. My mama, my dad's mom, died in 2011 from a blood clot that went through her heart, and it blew her heart up. Or at least that's what I was told. And then 2019, my aunt died from stage 4 kidney failure. 2020, my papa died, which he was really old. He was like 85, I think. I don't remember. He died in his sleep, so. And then 2021, my mom died from scleroderma. It's a really, really rare disease that pretty much turns your skin to like rock. Same thing like Medusa does. The snake hair lady, yeah. But her lungs turned to pure rock, man. And she couldn't breathe and it killed her. And then 2022, my mama died from gangrene. And then my aunt, so you like to fish? Hell yeah, I like to fish. My dad put a pole in my hand when I was big enough to walk. I think I was like 4 maybe. It's the earliest I can remember. And my first fish was a 12-inch crappie, a white crappie. The original Castaic. I've never heard of this bait company. One of my subscribers from Georgia, his name's Robert Downs. He doesn't have any content on YouTube, but you all can go check him out anyway. Sorry. I put him in my one of my shorts thanking him. Y'all go check him out. I really appreciate these baits you sent me, bro. I've never heard of Castaic. Never. Wait, do you remember Mecha Team Leader from Fortnite back? Yeah. The YouTubers I grew up watching was, you know, Jacksepticeye and Markiplier. I never did really watch PewDiePie. I remember when he made Amnesia. I think, dude, that was years ago, but Amnesia is my favorite series by him. But RIP to, you know, Team Edge, if you know who they are. One of the best people, best YouTubers ever, you know. One of the best YouTube groups ever, Team Edge. I remember I started watching them about a year after they started making videos, and I loved it. Who's your favorite YouTuber? Well, right now it would probably be Daz Games. I love Daz Games. I mean, he makes me laugh so hard. And I haven't laughed in years, but if I had to choose one that's like a friend to me, it would be Ron Lothar. You all can go check him out. Really cool guy. I love you, Ron, if you're watching this, buddy. He's like a father figure to me. But I'll show these baits one more time. We have a lipless crankbait. This is a CXV 65 from Castaic. Really nice bait. These are baits that Robert sent me, by the way. Then we have a Mana Crank 6 series. Try to make people make me laugh and I don't, right? We have a Mana Crank series number 6. 5/16 ounce. That's a really nice bait. We have an old Rapala bait, or Rapala, however you say it. I actually to have this bait, and I think I might have got it hung on a stump or something and lost it, but That's a really nice bait. Really nice bait. I used to have one just like that. That's another lipless crank. And then he sent me a spinnerbait, but this one has a plastic lip or a plastic blade on the front. I've never seen that before. This would be good for muskie, from how big it is and stuff. I like fishing for mackerel. That's a really nice spinner. Unfortunately, the skirt broke, but the rubber band on the skirt broke. But I have another skirt out here. Good morning, Sport. Glad to see you, man. What's up, Wanted Sauce? Yeah, I'm sorry I haven't been live. I've been building my house, but I run out of materials, so I just said screw it. I'm going to buy me one of them Amish cabins that they sell. It's gonna be worth it. But I do plan on getting a PS4. My girlfriend wants an Xbox, but I'm not much on Xbox. You have land. Yeah, my dad owns 38 acres down here. This is my dad's house right now where I'm living. We've been here I'll show you all something. The only reason we moved down here is because that is where my mama and papa used to live. And my dad moved down here to help take care of them. No, this is the kitchen. My living room is right in there. Right there is my living room. But we moved down here, I think it's been about 16 years now. Let's see. I'm 22. I think I was about 6 when we moved down here, so. No. It was about 2007. 2007 is when we moved down here, so it's been about 18 years we've been here. This is a 14 by 70 trailer, mobile home that's been converted into a double wide, so it's a pretty big home. I think that my mama and papa bought this house in the late 60s, early 70s, I think. It needs a lot of work. The floors are falling in, the roof's falling in. We just ain't got the money to pay for it, That's one reason why I do YouTube. It's not just for the money, it's for the people, I do YouTube not just for the algorithm, but because, I can make money off of it. And like I said, I'm not in it for the money. Don't get no wrong ideas, but the money helps. It really does. This house is about 50 years old, so if you want to see a historic, I hate it because I spent 2 hours working on a video, no subs, 20 views. I see a video by a girl just smiling, 100,000 subs. Bro, I know, like, another thing I don't like about that is we got all these veterans out here, bro, that are like trying to make it on YouTube. And they get little to no views and hardly any subscribers. Like, I support my before I started YouTube about 2 months ago, I went to the Army recruiter's office because I was going to go. And they said there's too much wrong with me. I was going to go to the Army. I was going to go to the National Guard. But make some farming content. People really want to see that. Well, next time we make a garden, I'm definitely going to, because I use a rototiller and a hand hose and picks and stuff. Another thing I do is mudding mowers. If you all have ever heard of them, off-road mowers. My friends actually got a little plow for one. I'm going to use that. It's just a little potato plow, but it's enough for, it's enough to make a garden with. Uh, well, it looks like it's going to pour the rain today. My dad said it was sprinkling last night. I don't know if it rained all night or what, but farming content will show your lifestyle a bit more, and fans are going to start popping out quick. Well, my lifestyle is in the woods. You know, I love being in the woods. You know, if you all have seen my content, hello, cloudy monkeys. If you all have seen my content, you know, I've took pictures of the cliff line up here. I wanna start doing daily vlogs, but I don't know if people really want to see that, you know, because that's not really like day in the life or something. Uh, but I don't know if people really want to see that. But are you good at editing? Not really. I've never done it. Like I said, like making these YouTube videos, I know nothing about editing. I've always wanted to do it on a computer, but I wouldn't know, you know, like the YouTubers, they have the video game showing and their little camera at the bottom. I would not know how to do that. I've never edited a video in my life except for on my cell phone, what I got on my phone, you know. But I thought about going to college for it, but most of these people, like, I wouldn't even know what editing software to use, you know. I plan on getting a laptop computer, you know, just a little cheap one to get Farming Simulator and stuff and probably record off of it. But I wouldn't know how to do it, you know. You know, on Farming Simulator on a computer, you can get, you know, like mods, modifications, like other pickup trucks and stuff that you can't get on a console, you know. Like my brother-in-law had these old Ford tractors and F-150s and like I played Farming Simulator when the John Deere came out. I think that was like 2019. Farming Simulator 19, I'm pretty sure. And my favorite two tractors to use are Fords and John Deere's. I love John Deere's. Uh, sorry guys. So what me and my brother do, we'll buy these old lawnmowers, you know, like John Deere's and stuff. Sorry, I was fighting someone. Oh, that's cool. So my brother, he'll buy an old Craftsman lawnmower. You know, you all know about them. I had an old Sears that was absolutely indestructible, and I drove it everywhere. But in Fortnite. Oh, yeah, that's cool. I knew what you meant. But I want to find an old side shaft John Deere. You know, there's a difference between side shaft and bottom shaft. If it's a bottom shaft lawnmower, your pulley's going to go on the bottom of your motor. That way the belt can connect to the rear end full on. But for a side shaft, your pulley, bottom shaft, just a beauty. Hi. Your pulley, the difference between side shaft and bottom shaft, your pulley for your bottom shaft, all your pulleys are on the bottom of your mower, underneath it. So like your pulley for your rear end is on top. Oh, that's cool. Cool kid, Logan. If you need to go, it's cool. Not much, just a beauty. Thanks for, how's it going? But the difference between bottom shaft and side shaft is bottom shaft, all your pulleys are on the bottom. So your idler pulleys, your clutch pulley, everything's on the bottom. Bottom shaft, your pulley for your rear end is on top of the rear end. Have you seen the videos of a kid who sells tractors? No. I'm good, just a beauty. Wanted sauce? I don't think I've ever seen it. I've seen the little kid, I don't remember his name, but he goes to like the uh, John Deere company and stuff. He's like a CEO or whatever. He's a really cool kid. I watch him a lot. But like I was saying, bottom shaft lawnmower. You got your idler pulleys, your clutch pulley, your motor pulley. Everything's on the bottom. So for bottom shaft, you have a double-decker pulley. I think that's him. Yeah, I've seen him. What's your name, please? My name's Robert. You know, I go by Paul because Robert makes me sound old. But everybody calls me Paul, so you can. But for bottom shaft, you have a double-decker pulley. What's up, DM Edits? I am going to be getting some content of my lawnmower on here, too, whenever I get one. You know, I'm going to try to buy a GoPro and edit videos with it, but uh, bottom shaft lawnmower, you have a double-decker pulley. Your top pulley is a little bit smaller than the bottom. What letter does your last name start with? A J. My last name is Jones. You know, I'm pretty well known in this county. But bottom shaft, your top pulley is your main drive pulley for your belt and stuff. And then the bottom pulley is a little bit bigger because that goes to your mowing deck. What do they call you? RJ? No, they call me Paul. That's what I go by, my middle name, because my uncle's name was Paul, and I'm named after people in the family. So Robert was my mom's dad, or my mom's stepdad. Her real dad is Lowell Cantrell. Paul is my uh, Paul is my dad's mom's brother. Bunyan is my dad's dad, Bunyan Jones, and then my last name, you know. My dad's middle name was also Bunyan, so. But is your family well known in your county? Yeah. Mostly for the wrong reasons, but, you know, my dad was in a lot of trouble. You know, I'm not bragging or nothing, but he beat a murder case. And, you know, I've been in and out of jail several times. But my papa used to have a logging company in this county, so we're well known, and in other counties. Wasn't Paul Bunyan like a lumberjack? Yeah, he was. He was a 10-foot lumberjack that could take down a whole forest with one swing, and he had a big blue ox, yeah. But, like I was saying about the lawnmowers, your bottom shaft, it has all the pulleys underneath the frame. Drive pulley, clutch pulley, idlers. Your motor has a double-decker pulley. The top pulley is for your main drive pulley. You know, the top belt goes all the way back to your rear end on your lawnmower. And then the bottom pulley is a little bit bigger. That goes to your mowing deck. So how we build them, if we're doing a bottom shaft mower, is we'll take the mowing deck off, we'll pull the pulley off, the double-decker pulley, and the way it slides on is there's a key made inside of the shaft that your pulleys go on. So we'll cut it just underneath that key. We'll cut the top pulley off, and then we'll cut the bottom pulley level with the key, right? And then we'll weld the key on top of the bigger pulley and slide it on. And then we'll bolt it on because there's a bolt hole in the bottom of the shaft on your motor. Bolt it on, and then we'll put a smaller pulley on the rear end. That'll make your lawnmower go a hell of a lot faster. And then side shaft, you know, you got your big pulley on the side of your motor. Then down the side of the frame, you got other idler pulleys and stuff. And then for a side shaft, your pulley is actually on the side of your rear end, not on top. So for side shafts, we'll put, you know, we'll run probably a 8-to-5 or a 7-to-4. We'll put a smaller pulley on the rear end and a bigger one on the motor, make it go faster. And then for side shafts, it's a hell of a lot easier to put four-wheeler tires on it because, you know, they got 12-inch rims, 5-lug rims, you know, and most four-wheeler tires are 12-inch. So, you know, we can just slap them on the lawnmower and go. That's one of the main reasons why I like side shaft lawnmowers, because they're a hell of a lot easier to build and don't take as much work. Like bottom shafts, they make 12-inch rims, but they're really hard to find. like the old Ford lawnmowers come out with 12-inch rims, and they were bottom shaft. But they were also hydrostatic. If you're going for a mudding mower, do not get a hydromatic. You want one with like a shifter or a center shifter. My lawnmower had a 4-speed manual trans with reverse. And I miss that mower so much. You know, I built it myself. But, guys, I think I'm going to cut this live off because, you know, I'm done with my coffee and I got to go to the bathroom. But I appreciate you all stopping in. There'll be another live tomorrow. Y'all come check it out. I appreciate y'all.